that home and home series, the Suns beat the brakes off you both times, right? Like you, and again, that's not to say that the Suns are just some world beater, some world beater of a team. What are they right now? Like they fighting for playoff position and stuff like that too. So they better than us. But coming into this game specifically, if Devin Booker plays for the most part, like I would like to see you win that game. And even if you win that game, that's the kind of progress that I want to see. Right? Like, what are the Suns? Hold on. Let me. The Suns are the 7th seed right now. The Suns are the 7th seed fighting the Lakers for the 6th seed. So getting a win like that, building off it is fine. Like beating Sacramento, like only means so much to me. Only means so much to me. And again, you got to get as many wins as you can. But going forward, like I don't want to get too far away or too locked in and being like, oh man, like again, you want to win and like get as many wins as possible. One, because you want to make the draft pick as like you want to make the odds in your favors as best as possible. So like you can't really afford the tank from that perspective. So like when you play the Jazz, you absolutely can't afford to lose those kinds of games. You can't afford to lose games against the Jazz. Like those games you absolutely have to win. And you got a couple of those games coming up moving forward. You got Washington, you got to win. Dallas, you got to win. You got Sacramento again, you got to win. Utah again, you got to win. But you got a lot of good teams the rest of the way that's going to be fighting for playoff position. And that's going to be a really good determining factor of where this team needs to be and like really how can we judge them moving forward. Because I'm not overly sold. And yes, they have made progress offensively. The defense up and down, like, but I still don't again, we haven't figured out the roster and rotations. It's a lot of things that still, we still have questions about moving forward. And again, you got, a month, 2 months left, a month and a half essentially, because you're not playing past, mid-April. So like you got a little bit left to kind of figure this out. And it's not to be overly critical or whatever, but I just don't want the fan base to get like, because they can build momentum going into next season. You absolutely could do that. But how do you build momentum going into next season? It would be getting wins, like getting another win over Houston, like upsetting somebody that's fighting for playoff position. You still got 2 games against LA. Can you win those 2 games? You got Cleveland coming. You got Cleveland again. You got New York again, Detroit again, Toronto twice, Houston again, like Boston, Minnesota. Like, can you get some of those wins to where you could say, all right, look, we were healthy. We finally figured out our rotation and stuff like that. And we knocked off a good bit of playoff teams down the stretch. If you could do that, then I think you could go into the offseason and feel a lot better about the roster. But if every time you have, a game against a quality opponent and you get smacked, and I ain't talking about like losing close ones, but if it's like almost a double-digit loss every time, then like double-digit or more, then it's kind of like, all right, we're still not as close as you would think.